under 2 minutes, live drop.
Copy, just under 2 minutes, live drop.
Well, my name's Corporal Dan Cartwright. It is my first year on the team.
My name's Sergeant John Veach. I'm a second-year Falcon.
My name's Sergeant Paul Smith. I'm 35 years old and I'm currently a third-year Falcon.
Flight Sergeant Kerry Jonathan Marshman. This is my final year as the team coach. So the first time I got told to jump out of an aircrane, it was from a low altitude. So the concept of the floor being very close was very scary, terrified if you like.
I think I can remember, looking back to my first jump, I can remember I wanted to be first in the door.
The C-130 door goes up. I remember it now, yeah, port side. I'm thinking, why have I chose this career?
To be honest, I was very excited. Like, when they filmed it, you could see the big smile and the big grin on my face. Whether that was just stupidity, I don't know.
But then, as I progressed and the higher I got into free fall, then the easier it was and the less I had that feeling of height.
So every time we did a jump, I wanted to be the first one, just to, maybe give myself a bit of a boost and try and be as confident as I could going into it.
It's that sort of, you're basically pushed out anyway, or assisted, shall I say. But when you get out the door, I loved every minute of it, and to be honest, I was quite looking forward to going back up again.
But as soon as he says, look up, go, that was me. Just flung myself out, not even sure if I got myself in a good position. What he asked for, I just got out, and then that was me. First jump done, loved every minute of it.
PGI was a career I always wanted to attain, really. It was after watching videos of the RAF Falcons, especially throughout our trade training at Cosford. Never done a parachute jump before that, and I was like, that is what I want to do.
Once I'd been on the floor for 2 years, obviously the main goal for myself was to get an advanced freefall job. And the two advanced freefall jobs, you can either go to Western on the Green to work with Joint Forces Adventure Training Centre, or you can be an RAF Falcon. But the one that I wanted to do in particular was to be selected for the RAF Falcons.
So I really wanted to be a freefall instructor, but additionally you see the displays all around the world, and you think it's something you want to be a part of. And I've got memories of going to RAF St Athan as a child and watching the RAF Falcons, and it was something that stuck in my head.
And I've seen quite a few of the teams jumping throughout the years, and you always look up and thinking, oh, number 6 is out of sync there, thinking, oh, it's easy. But when you come to actually do it yourself, you're like, I really do now appreciate how hard it is to stay in that vertical column. It is absolutely solid.
Climb out. Smoke! Ready, set, go! Go 90. Coming out my turn. Now. Riser on. Riser off. Turning left 20. Turning left now. This will sort you out, Hopefield. Through 90. Keep following until I tell you we're coming out. Coming out my turn, slightly early. Now. Follow all the way around to 180. Coming out my turn. Now, passing my target now. Washing off slightly. Washing back in. Shooting my target now.
People don't see the bigger picture. They think we're always jumping in the skies, you know, red, white smoke. No, that's not what all we do, I'm afraid. We actually organise all the logistics for all the displays ourselves. So a lot of emails being sent, a lot of documentation need to be produced.
What you have to go through, I didn't expect it to be what it was, to be honest. It's good that you go out to America, you start doing your free falling, your four-way, going through, it just gets your jump numbers up, your canopy handling, used to other people in the sky. In the November trip, and then when it gets down to the nitty-gritty stuff, so the actual stacking out on Falcon stack, that was the real eye-opener. That was the tester. That is welcome to actual parachuting.
We all train hard, we all focus, we all practice numerous amount of times in the winter for the season, and we all take pride in our planning of each event.
I'm in charge of about 12 people on a daily basis. So on a parachuting day, it's really focused as to we parade. We do very little work beforehand, so we're focused on the task at hand. We do our briefs, that's to each other as parachutists, and then the air crew. We then check each other, make sure all our equipment's correct. Then got in the airplane, we're focused, we conduct the display, and then we interact with the crowd. Then the following day could be totally different, could be an office day. So we all go in, we've all got our different jobs to do. So could be the time of year where I'm writing assessments on my personnel, or putting different training packages in place, or just doing things on the wider airborne delivery wing.
Going on to the RAF Falcons, probably the best team in the Air Force, and to have that team with full of all your mates, there's nothing better. We all work hard for each other and we all look out for each other, and then to jump with each other is a privilege as well.
I've watched the Falcons a few times before joining, and it is a big spectacle. Guys on the ground, girls on the ground, children, elderly, whoever, they see it as fascinating. They can't believe that we get as vertical stack as we can, as close to one another, and it is a great spectacle. And the good thing is as well, we have we're quite different to the Red Arrows. We can put on a show and land and then interact with the public.
The impact on the family of being on the RAF Falcons and spending a lot of time away is just key times when the children are off on the weekend. I'm normally working, and that's through all through the summer, and then during the winter you're away for long periods before and after Christmas. So you need a supportive family member. Mine is in the military, so it helps. She understands the commitments. But it's when you come back off those times, just putting the extra effort in to make sure you do those little things which make up for it.
It is difficult, don't get me wrong, because when the kids are at school, it's Monday to Friday, so they're in like 9 till 3, and we tend to work a fair few weekends throughout the years.
Being a Falcon, you are away a lot of weekends, so a lot of family events, weddings, christenings, etc. You'll miss, but you've got to take that on the chin, I suppose. You are representing the Air Force. You knew the role of it before joining up and accepting it.
So my most memorable moment of the 2 tours was this season, jumping into Buckingham Palace.
Buckingham Palace.
One of the highlights would definitely have to be Buckingham Palace.
So we're the first team to ever parachute into the gardens of the palace.
Seeing it over London, being able to do that was unbelievable.
Jumping it in front of thousands of people, all over London, watching, making headlines on the news. I think it just hit us all. Obviously meeting the Royals was a big honour, but also being able to affect people's lives who've been affected by losing a parent in the armed forces. It was a big deal for us, and it meant a lot to me. To be a Falcon, you need to give a little and then,
try and take it in as much as you can. You can get caught up in the season, jump after jump, but just try and take a step back from now and again and just realise the job that you're doing and how much fun you are having doing it.
So it is that can-do attitude and doing it to your best of your ability, and everybody on the team proves it by the 3 years they do on the training floor.
So the Falcons have a big future going forward. It's essential that we can encourage the young generation to join the armed forces, and the Falcons are a fantastic tool, not only to see the spectacle but for them to actually meet the people on the ground and tell them that they're just an ordinary person like themselves, and that the route to join the military is not as difficult as I would think.